Welcome back everyone to my crafting world. My name is Anna. On our last video, I made the front and back covers for a springtime mini album, and here they are. So I have decided, I went ahead and made the spine piece that's going to go on the outer part of the mini album. So I decided this is, I decided on 3 inches, and it is right at 3 inches. So length of the mini album is going to be 7.5 inches. So for the spine piece, I have cut a piece of chipboard that is 7.5 by 3. Okay, and right here, guys, all I did was glue 2 65-pound cardstock together. All I did was glue them together, 8.5 by 11, and that's all that is. So the spine piece is 7.5 by 3. That's going to go right in the center, and then the 2 flaps, front and back, are 7.5 by 7, and that is where these are going to go. So that is the first thing we are going to do today. And I have already put tape on the back, guys. I'm just removing tape from the back of the spine. And I'm going to do the same to these because they've already got the adhesive on the back as well. Okay guys, I have wrapped my book, and I had to do damage control right there because it didn't go down straight. So, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. And then right here in this corner, it's not, I didn't cut it right. And that's why I should have used my little tool, but I didn't. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and make the hinge. So let me tell you what you need for the hinge. Let me fold that, and our book is complete for the moment. Okay, let me move it out of the way. And our hinge is this is a 6 3/4 by 11, and we are going to score this every 1/2 inch. And you guys know I never start right at that at the first place I can. So I started at 1.5. So I'm going to list these measurements. It's pre-scored. So every 1/2 inch until you get to the 9. So I will list all the measurements down here. Okay. When I edit the video, I'm going to go ahead and put all the measurements down there. So 6 3/4 by 11, starting at 1.5, you do 2, 2.5, 3, and so on until you get to 9. Okay. And then we are going to fold our paper and make our hinges. So for me, the very first one, I leave blank. So for the very first one, I am not going to start. I'm going to start on this side. So the very first one, I'm just going to go ahead and fold my hinge. I'm not going to leave that 1/2 inch space, and I will show you why in a little bit. So there is our first hinge. We leave the second one alone, and then we pinch the next 2 together to form our next hinge. Okay, there we go. And 3, I forgot to tell you, we're going to have 5 pages. 5 hinges, 5 pages, okay? So we're going to do that until we get to the bottom. Guys, there are the 5 hinges. And see why I started on this side, so it'll be a little more even. And then, you know, we could put it on either end. It doesn't matter. So we're going to have to tape the back of our hinges. So we need to put tape inside of each hinge right here. So let me get my tape. My 1/2 inch tape here. So I am going to put a piece of tape inside of each hinge. Okay. So here we go. And you know, I always say this, and I need to get some tape that is less than 1/2 inch wide, because it does overlap a little bit, but you know, we're gonna deal with it. Okay, so there is my first hinge. Okay, that's my first hinge, and that is where the tape goes inside of. Okay, so there's the first hinge. We're gonna glue that together, and this is the second hinge. So put one on every third. So we skip the first one, add it to the second, skip the third. Let me see before I'm getting confused here. Okay, so this is our first, so we're gonna add it to the third one. Okay, so we're gonna go and add our tape to all the hinges. So skip the next two. Here's my third one. Skip the next two. Here's my third one. Skip the next two, and this is my third one. Wow, that went down really crooked. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to make our hinges. We're going to remove this piece of tape, double-sided tape. We are going to form our very first hinge. Okay, so we pinch this together, and that is our first hinge, guys. Okay, and then see, it kind of stuck out a little bit, but that's our first hinge. So we're going to do that to all of our hinges. There we go. Okay, so here are all of our hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we do need to put tape on the back of these to glue this down to our spine. So I'm just going to flatten that down, and I am going to add, you know what, I like to add the 2-inch tape to this, just because it makes it quicker and easier. All right, there's the tape on the back of our hinge. All right, guys, so we need to add tape to this side where we're going to connect our pages to. So I'm not going to use the 1/2-inch tape. I think I have enough red line. And what is this? This is 1/4 inch. So I think I have enough red line tape for both ends. So let me do that. All right, guys, I have added my red line tape to both sides of my hinges. Okay, this is where our pages are going to connect to. Now we need to add this to our book. Okay, this is barely going to fit. I should have cut it maybe a little bit wider. But anyway, so the reason that I don't actually ever put or try not to put the score marks on there is because, like for instance, this one is not going to be exactly 1/2 inch on each side. It's going to be just a tad bit less than the middle part. So I am going to try to put that on there as evenly as I can. So let me get this tape up first, or the backing of this tape. right, guys, if you can see that it didn't go down perfectly straight, but you know what, I will deal with that when the moment comes. So right now I'm going to leave it as is because I know myself, I kind of want to do it now. I kind of just want to start over, but delete this and start over. But you know, those are things that happen. You know what? I'm going to leave it as is, and we are just going to deal with it. So my covers are 6 3/4 by 7. That is for the inside of the album. So that's going to cover most of it. Yeah, that's going to cover most of it. I'm going to leave it as is. And I'm going to put the cover on that one. This I'm going to do with glue because, you know, we're still going to have yet another cover on top of the cover. There is our cover with our spine. You know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to start over. Yeah, I'm not going to start over. Okay, this is our album. Let me see what our panels look like on there. These are going to go on here. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. Yep, guys, I think that's going to be all right. Oh, isn't that looking cute so far? Let me see what the spine looks like. Here's my spine piece. This is going to be my spine piece. Oh yeah, yeah, we're good, guys. We are golden. As my nephew likes to say, we are Gucci. Okay, we're good. Now we are going to set this aside for a second, and we are going to work on our pages. Now, for the pages, I have something a little different. So we are going to cut four pieces of cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstock. And we are cutting them at, okay, so one of them we will cut at 8 by 6.5. This is your larger piece. And the other one is 7 by 6.5. Okay, so you're going to cut four sets of these. So 4 that are 8 by 6.5, and then 4 that are 7 by 6.5. And yes, we have 5 pages, but we're going to do something different with one of the pages. So we only need 4 of our base pages. So you don't do anything to the smaller one. And the larger one, the one that measures on the 8-inch side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch on each side. So 1/2 inch on this side, and then 1/2 inch on this side. Just find it a little bit quicker to do it that way. Okay. So we score those. These are the base pages. And then we fold, burnish. Okay, both sides. Fold and burnish. And then we are going to glue our smaller page, the 6 by 7, 6.5 by 7. What did I say? Yeah, 6.5 by 7. We are going to glue it down this way, and that becomes our base page. So remember, guys, we're going to do this 4 times. And then the middle page we're probably going to do last, just because it's going to be a little different. Well, quite a bit different. So get my pages as straight as I can. And then here's the other one. And you can use double-sided tape for this as well. I'm just not taking the time to cut it and all that. So here's our second side. Okay, guys. So we've got 4 of these. Okay. And we are going to put these in our book. Okay. There's the opening to each one on this side. And I like to have all my pages facing the same way, or the fold line. It doesn't make a difference. I'm just a little OCD. Okay, so we're going to put these in right here. Let me see which one I want. It just doesn't matter what I want for my front or back. I'll use this for the back. Okay, guys, we are going to put each one of them in one by one. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, guys, that was page number 2. We're going to skip page number 3, and we are going on to page, we're going to skip this one, we're going to go to the next one, because that's the page that's going to be a little different. Alright, guys, that is our mini album. Okay, page number 5 is going to be just a tad bit different. That's why it's like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my scraps and I'm going to see what kind of pockets and flaps we put on there. So these are all of my scraps. I am going to get my trimmer. Let's see what we're going to do here. I am going to put, I'm going to put a flap right there, which is I'll do 6 3/4. Yes, that's good. 6 3/4, and I am going to score 1/2 inch on one side. Oh, I scored the wrong end. I was going to score that end 6 3/4. Score 1/2 inch on the short side. that one right there. Then right here, I'm going to put a side pocket. Okay, guys, sorry, I had to stop and figure out what size pocket I needed for right here. Okay, I'm going to put a pocket right there. I've already folded it, and it is, well, I cut it at 2 3/8 by 7 3/8. But I folded it to where it would fit right on the page, like that. So now I'm going to glue it down. That is going to hold this page closed. So I'm going to get another piece that is about, let's say 6.5 inches. I can always cut it down. There we go. Perfect. That's our first page. And let me see. Second page. This is our next set of pages. And actually, I think I'm going to have to flip open, and this one I may need a magnet, so let me see. Make sure that a little, like 6 3/4. I have to score these at 1/2 inch. I may put a waterfall inside of this and close it with a magnet right here. But we'll come to that later. Or I may put another page right here and have it open this way, like this. Let's do this page. All right, guys, this is what I'm going to do for this page. I'm going to put a waterfall here, and these are cut at 4.5 by 3.5, and on the 4.5 inch side they are scored at 1/2 inch. So the waterfall is going to go here, and then this is cut at the 6 3/4 by 7, and I scored it on the 7 inch side. On the 6 3/4 inch side, I scored it at 1/2 inch, and this is going to go right here, and it is going to close with a magnet right here on this end, and that's what's going to hold the waterfall closed. Okay, so let me glue that down. Okay, guys, I did my waterfall page, but there was a change of plans on this one. I said I was going to use a magnet, but I didn't. What I did was I used seam binding to close this up, and all I did here, guys, was I cut with my finger blade. I cut right in the center there, and then of course I glued this one on the top, and this one is going to have a closure, a seam binding closure. I always try to look for something that, you know, if you guys don't have magnets, I mean, at least you can try something different. There we go. I like that, guys. Oh, I like that. So page 1 has this closure. Okay. And then page 2 has this closure, and this one is the one with the waterfall, and it has a magnet on there, and it, you know, it holds really well. So there we go. And the reason that I didn't wait for the paper, you know, the designer paper, is because I don't want to, it's only 10 sheets. I only have 10 sheets. So I want to make sure that, you know, I could always put strips here on the side. And I just want to make sure that I'm going to have enough paper for everything. That's why I went ahead and did the waterfall, you know, now. That way, you know, I'll just, with my scraps, I'll you know, line this page. So I think it turned out good. There we go. All right, this is the page before that special page that we're going to do here, that different page. And I'm not sure what we're going to do here. So let me think about that. These 2 pages, since this is my special page, these are going to be pretty plain. So I have cut 2 pieces of cardstock, 6 3/4 by 6 1/4. Well, no, 6 1/2 by 6 3/4. It's going to go this way. We're going to go ahead and, where is my little scoreboard? We're going to go ahead and score these along this side. Along the 6 3/4 inch side at 1/2 inch. And these are going to go this way, book style. That way it doesn't have to have a closure or a magnet. Any kind of closure or a magnet. Same thing, I realize that. All right, there's that, and there's that. All right, that was easy. Okay, now, see the way it goes that way? So this, let me think again. Okay guys, for these 2 pages, I had these 2 sheets of, oh no, I had these 2 sheets of scraps. So I cut them down to 7 1/2 by 4 1/4. Scored them at 1/2 inch. Of course, I went off the grid on that one, it looks like. 1/2 inch on each side, and then the bottom as well. I wanted to have like a tiny little pocket so I can put so I can go ahead and put a mat in there for some pictures. And, you know, and then it won't be, you know, so tight. They are going to go this way. I'm wondering if I should wait to put the paper down first. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it down. There's that page. And we are left with the last one. Okay guys, we're gonna wait on this page because I think I'm gonna do a pop-up. I don't know if it's gonna be here or here, so I'm gonna wait on there. So what I'm gonna start doing now is I'm gonna go ahead and start to cover. Again, I'm not gonna put the front cover or the back cover. I'm gonna start to cover the inside. So let me do some covering and I will be back. Okay guys, so I thought I was going to be able to do this in 2 videos, but excuse me, I don't think that's gonna happen. So let me show you what I have so far. Remember, I was just gonna go ahead and cover pages, matte pages. So this is my first page. I'll probably put a trim or something up here. And this is my first page. This is my second page. This is the mat that holds this page closed. Opens it up. Still haven't put anything there because I want to use my scraps for that page. And then we flip it over. And then we have this one. I just untied it. That closes with seam binding. I have not covered this. And then this page is plain. No, this is the waterfall page, sorry. So this opens up. I have not done anything here yet. Scraps for the waterfall, of course. And then flip it over. This is the page that goes this way. And then this way, and I'll probably use some of the cut aparts for the inside pages on those. And then we still need to make that special page for here. And then this is a pocket page. I still have not made mats for it, but I need to make mats. But I want to see if any of the cut aparts will go here. That's why I haven't done anything to, the mats for that. And then this one I want to make a pop-up, and I have not I've not covered everything, so that's gonna have to wait because I need probably a whole page for the pop-up if I'm going to make that. So this concludes number 2, and hopefully on the 3rd one, the next installment, hopefully I will get to finish it. All right guys, thanks so much, and we will talk to everyone later. Love you all.